向画は輝いているものは何だろう。
Okay guys, this time I'm covering one of the Japan Sentai exclusive Megazords. This series never got made into Power Rangers. And to be honest, considering what they did in the show with their powers, it's such a shame. It really is. The fact that they could take each other's morphers. I mean these, in fact let me actually start with this. If I pull this, this is technically the morpher. I mean, obviously they had a wrist-mounted piece. You'd have your wrist, and you go with it, put the gate down, and you transform into ToQ-1 red. And it would know it was that because you had these little pegs. A little bit, so get the light there. Yeah, you can just see them there. And the position of that, when it slid onto the morpher, would be... The morpher would read it. But it's not just red. All of these, if I just take blue, have it. So getting the Megazord for this one, you actually got the morphers, well, half of the morpher for each one. So that you could... if you wanted, you can actually, with this one, if you want a bit more manoeuvrability, you can actually make it into two separate cars. Can you actually do that with pink? Yeah, you can do that with pink as well. So you pull that down, a little bit there. Normally that'd be tucked away. Pull that down, and it just makes it more bendy. But it is literally just attached by that bit, so normally it'd be like that. So you get a little bit of flex, well, more that way than. But yes, so that was really good. You buy the morpher, you get like one of the red ones, but you get the deluxe Megazord of the Resha Sentai Toqger. And you get the morpher components for all of them. It's like buying the original Megazord or Daijujin, and each Dinozord has like a coin part of it that you could pop off and use in the power morpher. Something like that. Now, these trains, they're all... well, they're trains. You've got steam train, a couple of electric trains, and a couple of box cars. So you've got trains, basically. That's all you can say about them. There is no real posability because they're trains. Although I suppose if you had like tracks the right size, maybe you could. Oh, actually, yep, this one as well. So even the longer ones, you can do that to make them a little more flexible for going around corners, if you can put them on a track. And of course you can connect the different trains. Obviously you don't have enough space here, but to give an example between those two, you could connect them all together and make the rainbow liner, which obviously in the show they are part of. Combination wise is actually super simple. You see here you've got these bits that stick out on either side, and on blue you've got a little bit here, the little depression there, and some bits there. If you push this, that actually brings that in. That's to actually help it release. Now you can actually transform this just like on the show, where these come in real close, and then you have to push them in slightly because of that little button. You can hear them click together. That's now 3 trains. Yellow and pink have these. and blue and green both have holes in the sides, just like we've seen on other Megazords in the past, so that they can come in nice and close, and as long as you're not doing it at an angle, they will snap right in. So it's no longer completely together, but you get the idea. It's 5 trains running together. If I just adjust the camera slightly, it will then, with these bits here, rise up. There you go. Now you may notice there's a button here and here. That button you just lift up and that unlocks the feet. Because the feet do, you see it's just there, lock in. Now, it looks a bit strange for a Megazord at the moment. Oh, sorry. So, here's what we're going to do. We take the top and we fold it down. Now if we turn this around, you'll see this bit here will actually come up. I'll bring it around again. If we bring that up and over, it will clip in right there. Now at the moment everything seems to be about the same level, so we'll turn these bits around, bring them down, and they stick out like that. Now here, so you can see these doors here, these actually open up to reveal the face. Now usually that's done last. Oh, and also the front of these two will turn around for the fists. The legs will actually go out very slightly like that. Now I want to point this part out because this was in episode 3. They get stuck in a box, they escape by breaking out like that. So, you know, no one needs to point it out to me. I saw it straight away and I saw it on the episode. It's a Megazord that's fully functional and programmed in multiple techniques, I'm sure. But yes, this will come up and it will bend just shy of the middle, and it'll clip on like that. And there we have the Resha Sentai Toqger. It does have a sword, and I think it has a shield as well. I believe the sword is styled after railway crossing. I think the shield was on the railway lights. Unfortunately, the person that I ordered this from in Japan didn't have them. So probably the main reason I was able to afford it, because it wasn't completely complete, but it's still nice. It's colourful. Every train makes an appearance. You've obviously got the blue, the green, the pink and yellow boxcars with their I guess tram connectors. Obviously it's very symmetrical. You got the knee tram connectors at the bottom. The feet are more or less the same, just slight differences. Same with the shoulder parts. On the side on, it's very thin, except for there, but for the most part it is just the width of a train. From the back, well, what would you expect from the bottom of a whole bunch of trains? Personally, I couldn't imagine too much going from it, but you can see there are sort of, you can see a spring-loaded wheel there. So, not sure if that's from a different transformation or something else, but no wheel there. You've got the wheels from the trains. Some of them got them on the side, a couple of them in the middle. So, yeah, but unfortunately, it's the bottom of trains. You're not going to get a huge amount, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see from the lights, but if I zoom in, see they have moulded some detail to it, but obviously being what it is, you don't really need so much detail on the back half, like the back side of it. As far as articulation goes, well, the legs go in and out slightly, and the arms have full rotation, and you can swing the mouse a little bit if you want to, but unfortunately that is it. There is no other posability. He does have his horny modes for busting out of coffins in episode 3. And like I say, you would have the sword there, so you could have like turned it around and been like, "Way, I'm gonna like shh." But yeah, there's not too much to him. Obviously, as the series went on, there were a bunch more trains that would attach to different parts, and it would get bigger and bigger and bigger until it all clipped onto like some giant. I can't remember if it actually clipped onto the train station itself, but yeah, it got bigger and bigger as the series went on with different trains. And I think there's like 2 other Megazords from it. One which had a steam engine, I think, and another one that had a crane. But sadly I don't have them, but I do have this one. He is my Japanese exclusive, my first Japanese exclusive. The first one I got from Japan was actually my Super Zeo. And then I managed to get this one eventually. So yeah, it's a nice looking Megazord, as long as you're looking at it from the front. Nicely coloured, quite stable, you know, it's not shaking too much as I'm doing this. So, and I do like this bit. When the door's shut and then the door's opening, shh, it's like, yeah. The Rainbow Express has arrived. And now it's going back on my display unit. I'll catch you next time in the next review, guys. Bye.
Resha,